Welcome back to the Jacksonville Buzz and another episode of Making a Difference. I'm sitting with Thomas Karras from Junkn with Karras, and it's Karras because you care.
That's correct.
All right, we were talking off set, man. Junk removal. Tell us about your business and kind of how this whole thing got started, because you're relatively new. You started a business in COVID.
Absolutely.
'Cause that's kind of brave.
Yeah, so my grandparents died, and we didn't have anybody that didn't even know there was companies out there that actually removed junk from your house. So after work, we just kept coming in for 2 weeks trying to clean out the whole house, and we eventually got it cleaned out. And I was like, man, if there was just a company out there. I found out there was, and I was like, man, we need to start one as well.
And so you decided, because of obviously, invention is because of the mother, which is necessity. Mm-hmm. You had an event for your family, and I can only imagine grandma's house. I'm thinking of my parents' house right now, who are aged, but hopefully they got some time left on them. But when that time comes, they've been in that house as long as I've been alive. And I'm sitting there thinking about, like, oh my gosh, my mom's not afraid to store stuff. So when people call you, like, what are the things that they're looking for? Like, I mean, we were talking, trees, okay, plutonium, off the table.
Yeah.
What is it that you will remove, and what services do you provide for people?
Sure. So one, we're full service and we're local. So we don't do hazard to the point where we have to get, governments involved. But paints, chemicals, a lot of companies don't touch that, but we do. We can remove fences. We remove sheds, hot tubs, full service inside. So you don't have to get everything to the curb. You can actually call us, and we'll actually just come in, take everything for you. You can sit back, hang out with your family, or drink some sweet tea, whatever.
So when I'm thinking junk removal, like to your point of putting it on the curb, and I actually did that, right? I got to get it all down there and bring it to the curb, and somebody picks it up and takes it away. So literally, if I have stuff, and you're thinking about aging people, plus just the world that we live in, things are changing. The thing we don't think about is, well, what does clean mean, right? Or if you sell a house, right, you have to have nothing in it. You don't really think about that. When we're sitting in the studio, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that you and I don't even take into consideration that would have to leave, like this entire thing behind us. So if this entire thing behind us had to go, you come in, dismantle it, take it away, but you just don't throw it out, which makes your company a little different. Tell us a little bit about what you do for charitable organizations in order to give back through your company.
Right. So one, we serve all of Northeast Florida except for Flagler. So it depends on what location that we're at, what donation centers that we can actually donate to. And if it's if we don't want to keep it in the landfill. We don't want to let it go to the landfill at all. So we'll actually find a place that would love to have it to recycle, to reuse. There's always families out there that needs a TV, for example, or needs a couch, needs the the tables, so we'll drop it off.
So your company's not just about, obviously it's your company, which, again, congratulations on the bold move of having, building a company out of COVID. That's it's an interesting time in life, right? Where it's like, the world shut down and all of a sudden all these new businesses start up. It'd be interesting to see what history tells us about what happened in COVID. So you start a company in COVID, but you're doing it to be socially responsible for folks that may, there may not be anything wrong with the stuff that you're taking out. Some people, They just got to go. And so if people want to book you, how do they do that? Like, is it a website? Is it an app? Like, how does that work?
So the easiest way is just to call 904-485-7786. Get us on the phone. You say, hey, we need, it removed at some point in time this week. Or if you need it today, a lot of times we can do it the same day. You just let us know what you have, give us your address, and we can book you.
And what we'll do is we'll make sure to hang a link on our website on iwannabuzz.com so people can find you. And so anywhere in Northeast Florida, minus Flagler, anything short of a hazmat suit.
That's right.
And if you can restore it, you're going to donate it to charity.
Absolutely.
That is fabulous. Thanks for joining us today and talking about what your company's doing to help serve many people, both the ones that need the junk removed and then the people that, what is it? One person's trash is another person's treasure.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
you're not just helping these people, but you're also helping people that may actually have a need for something that they didn't even think about. That's really cool. Thank you, Thomas, for coming in and what you're doing for our community.
Yes, sir.
Guys, thanks for joining us on the Jacksonville Buzz. If you like us, share us. And remember, live with gratitude.